What if someone built a wellness empire based on a lie? That's exactly what happened with Belle Gibson, an influencer who claimed that she cured terminal brain cancer naturally, and she told the world that she had been diagnosed in her early 20s and given only a month or so to live. But instead of chemotherapy or radiation, she decided that she wanted to turn to clean eating, alternative medicine, and lifestyle changes. And according to her story, she survived. People were actually inspired. She gained a massive following online, sharing recipes, health advice, and motivational quotes. To many, she wasn't just an influencer, she was a proof that natural healing could work. Her brand it quickly grew, and she launched an app called the Whole Pantry, which was featured by Apple. She also released a cookbook and claimed that a portion of profits would go to charity, and that promise helped build even more trust. But in 2015, guys, everything started to fall apart. An investigation was done by The Guardian, who found there was no evidence that she had ever been diagnosed with cancer. She had no medical record stating that, and no doctors were confirming her story at the time. And as pressure mounted, she finally admitted the truth. She had lied. She never had cancer. The backlash, it was immediate, and her app, it was removed from the Apple Store. Her book was also pulled, and people, especially those battling real illnesses, they felt betrayed. And the authorities, they took action. And in 2017, the Federal Court of Australia, they ruled that she had misled the public and falsely claimed that she would donate money to charities, which she was not doing at any point. She was fined, even though reports later showed that she failed to pay the payments. And her story, it became one of the most well-known influencer scandal in the world. But the real impact, it goes beyond the headlines. Health experts even warn that misinformation like this can be dangerous, especially when it convinces people to trust unproven treatments over real medical care. And today, Belle Gibson's story is used as a warning because sometimes, the most convincing stories, they aren't true at all. And then in 2016, Sherri Pappini, she went missing while jogging near her home in Redding, California, and her phone and her earbuds, they were found abandoned on the side of the road. Her family panicked. Search teams, helicopters, and investigators flooded the area. For 22 days, there were no answers, and then suddenly, on Thanksgiving morning, she reappeared. She was found on the side of a highway, bruised, malnourished, and with restraints on her body. She told the police a horrifying story. She had been kidnapped by two masked women. She was held captive and she was abused. The nation, it was shocked. People rallied around her. And guys, these women were not just masked women, they were masked Hispanic women. And the investigation, it started noticing some inconsistencies after a while. Her injuries, they didn't fully match her story, and descriptions of the suspect, they were vague and they actually started changing over time. But still, the case stayed open for years. And then in 2020, DNA found on her clothing led to a major break. It didn't belong to any kidnappers. It matched an ex-boyfriend. Yes, an ex-boyfriend. Detectives, they tracked him down and they uncovered the truth. There was no kidnapping. Sherri, she had been staying with her ex the entire time. She was lying. She was a mother and a wife. She even helped plan parts of the story, including her own injuries. And in 2022, she was arrested and charged with lying to federal agents and committing fraud. She later pleaded guilty and was sentenced to prison. What started as a terrifying disappearance, it actually turned into one of the most shocking hoaxes in recent history. A story that fooled an entire nation, showed racism, and until the truth finally caught up, Sherri, she just kept on lying. In this story, it's not just about Sherri Pappini. It's about the real consequences of lies like this. While people are risking their lives searching and real victims were being ignored, millions of dollars of resources were wasted and the trust was just broken. Cases like this makes it harder for real survivors to be believed. And in the end, the truth, it always comes out. And the cost is always bigger than the lie, Miss Sherri Pappini. Anyways, guys, go ahead and give me a follow and a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. In 2005, just days before her wedding, Jennifer Wilbanks, she went missing from her home in Duluth, Georgia. Her disappearance, it sparked immediate panic. Family, friends, and volunteers, they launched a massive search effort, and the media, they picked up on the story immediately and it went nationwide. A bride gone without a trace, and for 3 days there were no answers. Then suddenly, like clockwork, she resurfaced. Jennifer, she called 911 from Albuquerque, New Mexico, guys, with a shocking story. And she claimed that she had been kidnapped while jogging by a Hispanic man and a white woman. She said that she was held captive, she was abused, but somehow she managed to escape. And the country, they were stunned. But almost immediately, investigators, they started having doubts. Her story, it kept changing, and key details just did not add up. Then the truth came out. There was no kidnapping. Jennifer had taken a bus across the country to avoid the pressure of her upcoming wedding. She made the entire story up. And meanwhile, hundreds of people, they had spent days searching for her. Resources from the police, they were drained, and innocent people were falsely blamed. Jennifer, she was charged with making a false report and had to pay back thousands of dollars in investigation costs. What started as a terrifying disappearance, it ended as a nationwide deception. And stories like this do real damage. False reports, they waste time, they waste money and resources. Resources that could be saving real lives and working on other cases. They also create fear and suspicion towards innocent people whom things actually happen to like this. And worst of all, they make it harder for real victims to be believed. Because one lie, it can echo far beyond the person who tells it. Just go ahead and subscribe and like my post, and just make sure to leave a comment so that the algorithm can recommend my videos to other people. And thanks for watching.